So my role at Woodside is a robotics engineer. As a robotics engineer, we focus on deploying robotic systems to perform tasks that are either one of the 3Ds, so either dull, dirty, or dangerous. So one of the reasons I fell in love with robotics is because it's such a multifaceted discipline, and it sort of ties together a bunch of different skills. So when I'm in the lab, I'm generally coding and building software to control the autonomy stack for the robots, and then also testing that here. And then when I go to site, I'm taking what we've tested and then deploying it into these high-risk environments, managing work parties, and then working with our end users and stakeholders just to see what other kind of problems that we can solve. So when I was a kid in school, I loved STEM, so I did double maths and physics and chemistry and English, because you had to. And then when I was coming to choose my university preferences, I was kind of torn between doing engineering, which is more on the application side, and then science, which is more on the theory side. And so I did what anyone does when you're torn. I chose to do both. So I did mechanical engineering, physics, and applied mathematics. And then over that time, I did a few internships in data science and started building up my coding and getting into machine learning skills. And then I went and worked at IBM as a software and machine learning engineer. And then in 2019, I joined the robotics team here at Woodside. When I first joined the robotics team here at Woodside, one of my ex-mentors said to me, look around, if you can't see someone that you want to aspire to be, then you're in the wrong place. And I really reflected on that. About a week later, asked him to be my mentor, and he was for about the next 2 years. I think having mentors is super important because it puts you in that mindset that you're acknowledging that you've still got a lot more to learn. And then it also creates that sort of, in that mentor-mentee relationship, you can actually have such more like genuine conversations with those sort of people that might be higher up in their career than you. So already we've seen how disruptive automation can be in the workplace. In 2015, we had a resurgence of AI, ML, and big data, and we're seeing all companies and organizations moving towards being data-driven and automating workflows and processes. This trend's only going to continue, especially as computing power increases, those automation tools become more abundant and easy to use. So I think as a human species, we're literally sitting on the elbow of growth and innovation. We've been around for over 100,000 years, but if you look at just the last 200 years, which is a tiny, tiny slice in our whole history, we've achieved so much. We've developed electricity, we had the Industrial Revolution, we developed cars, planes, we've landed the man on the moon, we had computers, we have internet. We had less than 1 billion people 200 years ago, and then now we've got over 7 billion people. If we look to 2025, it's predicted that artificial intelligence would have infiltrated every sector of our life. And so the question I have is, what does the next 50 years look like? We're going to see advancements in AI, robotics, virtual reality, quantum computing, medicine, new energy, space travel. We're going to be able to book holidays to other planets. It's going to be crazy. We are going to witness the greatest leaps that mankind have ever taken, and at a rate that we have never seen or experienced before. More than ever, we're going to require strong STEM skills to work on and solve these exciting and technical challenges. In my opinion, there's never been a more exciting time to be a human, and there's never been a more exciting time to be starting your career.